Hello and welcome to CTN Videos. Today, we're going over all the rumors concerning the next generation iPad mini. Ever since the debut of Apple's miniature version of the iPad in late 2012, there's been a lot to miss. The stuff we were looking forward to in the original iPad mini, we now expect in the second generation, including a better screen, faster processor, lower price, and more. With that said, let us begin. To start out with, we'll begin with the basics about the screen. Now, the most disappointing feature on the iPad mini was its somewhat pixelated screen at a resolution of 1024 by 768 pixels. This means that the iPad mini only has 163 pixels per square inch, while other tablets of similar size like the Kindle Fire HD, Nook HD, and Nexus 7 have twice as many. This is definitely a disappointment and is less than half of the pixels on Apple's Retina display on the iPad. We've been seeing quite a few rumors and expect that Apple will for certain put a higher resolution in the iPad mini too. We've also seen some rumors that it'll have Apple's regular Retina display, and we've heard that it'll have an even higher resolution of 2048 by 1535 pixels, packing in the same number of pixels of the full-size iPad into a smaller device. With a screen like this, it would double its current resolution, which currently isn't that bad, giving Apple's Retina Plus. Whatever the case, we should begin to see production rumors for the new screen soon. Our next topic is the processor. Another discouragement was the fact that the iPad mini only has an A5 processor. Now, the A5 processor certainly isn't slow. It's the same processor found in the new iPod Touch and in Apple's iPhone 4S. But it doesn't have that cutting-edge speed like the A6 processor or the A6X, which customers love. We again have been seeing rumors that Apple will, in fact, up the processor, but we're not entirely sure how much. Apple might put the A5X in, as they did with the iPad 3, or maybe they'll put in an A6. Either way, this would significantly increase the speed. It would be nice if the A6 was put in, and we expect either that or the A5X. Either way, we know that the next generation iPad mini will have a processor boost, which will certainly make it more expensive to make. The release date for the iPad mini is still anyone's guess. So far, we haven't heard any significant information as to when the event will be held. From what Apple has done in the past, and some more minor suggestions, we feel confident that the iPad mini will be released in 2013. We also expect that Apple might pull off one of the same thing they did with the iPad 3 and the iPad 4 and release the iPad mini in the early first half of the year. CTN expects it to release probably in sort of the middle of the first half of the year, maybe a little later or earlier. We're not for sure about the exact date, but for sure sometime in 2013. Now, the price of the iPad mini was a real downfall, starting at $329, over $100 more than most 7-inch tablets. We've been seeing statistics that Apple makes quite a bit of money every time someone buys one. In fact, it has twice the profit margin of most 7-inch tablets. With this in mind, we know that Apple is capable of significantly dropping the price. Since it's already priced at $330, you most likely won't see too much change. If Apple does end up adding a lot of expensive features, CTN wouldn't entirely be surprised if the device went up $20 to $350. But then again, Apple may attempt to make it more marketable and lower it to $300. Whatever the case, we don't expect it to go below $300 or over $350. Most likely, the price will just stay where it is, but keep in mind that all the improvements aren't cheap. In total, the next generation is certainly going to be better. We're expecting a higher resolution screen, a faster processor, and are hoping for a better price. Who knows, maybe Apple will even put the flexible screen or the built-in on-screen fingerprint scanner like we've been hearing about. Another popular thing will be multiple colors, although this isn't entirely likely. Although right now we don't know anything for certain, because as usual, Apple hasn't said anything on the subject, we hope to find out soon. CTN will keep you updated, and be sure to check later for an iPad mini 2nd generation rumors 2 video. Thanks for watching. This was iPad mini 2nd generation rumors, and this was a production of CTN Videos.